Mr. Barrera is one of the Atache lawyers, Mexican Americans. He asked me, all right, Mr. Hunt, let me make a phone. I said, where's the child? I said, they sent her to Sinaloa, Culiacan, Sinaloa. He said, we were never notified. I said, fine. Everything was fine until the protocol right there. Then he said, I got to call Miguel Angel Esparza in Hermosillo, Sonora. That's our second zone. Tijuana's first. There's 3 zones in Mexico. He calls up Esparza. And instead of Esparza calling the Mexican authorities to pick up the kid, he tells him I have to go to the district attorney office and file this. Almost got me killed. They didn't know I was black. They're looking for a white person. He was Miguel Angel Esparza, and the State Department tried to cover up that he was an employee. I have an email with his name on it. My lawyer's at it. James Chris Halligan, who is sending copies of paperwork to Mr. Milton C. Grimes. This is my second lawyer, and my third lawyer is Miguel Angel Garcia Leyva. That's my Mexican lawyer. Mr. Milton C. Grimes was attorney to Rodney King in L.A. in a civil trial. When I was sent to the Mexican district attorney, they didn't know I speak Spanish. They said, what are you doing here? You know, this is a black guy doing here. I said, no, I speak Spanish. They said, we need you to do us a favor. You ain't supposed to be here. They're looking for a white man. You're black. I said, fine. He said, fill out the paperwork. He said, go back to the consulate and tell them to pick up the kid. Esparza refused. Mr. Alzaldúa, the citizenship person who was in charge of the department. Alzaldúa, they got his name in the report, decided he wasn't going to do his job. Our next step, I left the consulate. I said, guys, what's going on? They refused to let me back in. They called Mexican police. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I went to my councilman, Bob Filner, Democrat of California. Bob Filner and the Chula Vista police tried to keep me from getting my daughter and filing a report. Bob Filner and the Chula Vista police tried to intimidate me. Instead of Bob Filner, on April of 2003, a month after my wife was killed, Bob Filner sends me an email, a letter, talking about, you can't help me. I said, no, you got to help me. I never signed any papers to deliver my daughter to anybody. Bob Filner, until this day, has refused. Then I went to Bonnie DeMonis' office. I followed the chain of command because I'm a Navy veteran. Next thing I know, Bonnie just never investigates the family. And because of her, if she would have investigated the family, she would have known that Ismael Maya Zambada's relative, but he did not steal the kid. That his son is being held in Chicago, Jesus Vicente Zambada Nieblas. Now, if she would have investigated, she would have known that Chapan and him was Joaquin Chapo Guzman. He's the head of the Sinaloa cartel with Ismael Maya Zambada. Maya Zambada did not steal my kid, because he didn't know who I was. It was my father-in-law with Diana Lopez Hernandez's mother, Maria Adelaide Hernandez Arce, who is the trustee of my daughter's family wealth. That's estimated to be between $4 to $7 billion. And she said my daughter's a replacement to her daughter's killer, Diana Lopez Hernandez, who used to be a lawyer for the AFI. That's the FBI. The key thing here, if they would have just picked up my kid, then we go up to all the official that I refused. I went to Barbara Boxer, Diane Feinstein. I got their letters. They refused to pick up my kid. I went to the FBI, Keith Slaughter, the agent in charge of San Diego. And he gave me Mr. Dickerson, Eric Dickerson, the agent that they gave me in San Diego in April of 2007. I tried with my Congressman Bob Filner. Bob at this time has used racism towards me, and then I had to go up to Bonnie DeMonis. All right, Bonnie Dumana's office. She's the highest law enforcement officer. I put in a report of kidnapping. They take me down to Mexicali, Baja California, to the DIF, Child Protective Custody. And instead of them investigating and saying this child has to be returned, Bonnie Dumana has decided to use her thugs, and I mean thugs, to keep me from going back in the office. Threaten my life, threaten my livelihood. And because of Bonnie not investigating, we have a drug war going on. And my daughter's in danger. She's 8 years old, gonna be 3 months on the 28th of December 2010. I have not had a Christmas with my daughter since she was born when she was 5 months and 2 months early. Like I said, the FBI gave me an agent, Mr. Stephen Kling. I spoke to Mr. Stephen Kling in May of 2007 on Culiacan. I told the FBI that I sent the faxes, there's records of the faxes, the phone call. I said, they already sent to kill me. Maria Hernandez Arce and the father-in-law. He died with a heart attack. I said, the judge said, pick up the kid. Stephen Kling, in cahoots with the FBI in San Diego. He's based in Guadalajara, Interpol. He's been a corrupt official. He took money, wanted me to be a turncoat. But my job was to protect the judge, Gloria Sasueta, the family court judge on the first division, familiar. She did not know they was going to kill her. I had to protect her. I told Stephen Kling, pick up the kid. That was the last time we spoke before I left Culiacan. And there was 2 phone calls I made on July 5th, 2007. Mr. President, like I'm telling you, I raised my hand as a Boy Scout. Called Stephen Kling and said, pick up the child because they're getting ready to kill a judge and I have to intervene to protect the judge. She sent Roberto Galindo Mesa, the hitman, to kill me and the judge. And my brother-in-law was involved, Leonardo Hernandez Arce, and Hernandez Osuna, my father-in-law's brother. I told Stephen Kling, you better take this. The next time you hear from me, if you don't pick up my daughter, and he started with his racial, trying to intimidate me, I said, this doesn't work. Next time you hear from me, the hitman will be picked up, my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law's brother. On the 15th of August 2007, on a Wednesday, at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, 12 o'clock Pacific Time, I authorized the pickup of the hitman because they had just came back from Panama. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you and the judge would have been dead. I called up Stephen Kling because they had him for 12 days. They died on August 27, 2007. The government of Culiacan, the government at the time of the incident, when my wife, let me backtrack a second. That was in charge when my wife got killed was Juan Osuna Emillan, who is cousin to Guadalupe Osuna Emillan, who's the present governor of Baja California right now. His cousin and Aguilar Padilla were put in power. I'm not afraid, ladies and gentlemen, by Mario Zambada. Mario did not understand that this was a national security risk to the country. And he thought that the Americans was going to pick up this child. He did not. And I make another thing. Now, he has made a threat on my life. And I'm like, if you protected me the first time, why would you want to kill me?